Okay, we're going to take a look at the song Angie. Here's the intro. Okay, first of all, I'm going to show you what basic chords you can use. If you don't want to do the fancy stuff, at least you can strum along with some basic open chords. The chords we're using are going to be A minor, E7, G, F sus4, F, and C sus4, and C. You can at least strum along in a kind of a round the campfire kind of way if you want to do it. If you want to do it that way. But here's the intro broken down. We start with a harmonic on the 12th fret on the A string. It's a light touch. And then we hit that A minor chord, just suggest it. And with your little finger, give a little on the 3rd fret on the E string, on and off. And then we're going to hit this E7 inversion here. So I'm getting that E7 chord from holding my first finger on the D2, my 4th finger, and there's a good reason why there's my 4th finger, on the G4, and my 2nd finger on the B3. The reason I'm holding my 4th finger there, not my 3rd finger, is because the intro introduces that. Puts the 3rd in the bass on the E string on the 4th fret. So you've got to kind of get that voicing, the E7 voicing, right with your fingers. So I'll play that slowly from the A minor. So you can see it's quite important that you hold that E7 shape using your 4th finger. Then we've got a nice G sus4 chord. Up and down. If you're not sure where that shape is, it's with your 3rd finger, it's the D5. Little finger is a G5. And with your 1st finger on the B and the E string on the 3rd fret. Move that shape down to the F sus4 shape, which is on the 3rd fret, or the 1st and the 3rd fret. Come off for the F major, so you lift your little finger off. Your 2nd finger on the G2. Go down and up the chord. And then to the C sus4. And lift off with your little finger. C sus4 is a straight C chord, but put your little finger on the D3 and you have C sus4. C sus4, C. Then there's a little passing kind of chord, which is like a G on a B bass. Down to the A minor again. So I'll play that intro slowly for you. Then we're into the next kind of section of the intro, which has that little motif in it. Very similar chords. It goes like this. So again, very similar kind of chords, but this time we're introducing that little motif. Start on the A minor, and the motif is on the E string, and then with your little finger, go to the B3 to hit that D note. Come off to the C on the first fret on the B string. And then you've got to kind of hit this top half of an E chord. So you've got this. You've got to move from the E, the top half of the E chord. If you imagine E major there, and we're playing the top 4 strings. So I'm only holding with the D2 and the G1, but moving straight away to that first chord, E7 chord we did. My first finger on the D2, my fourth finger on the G4, and my second finger on the B3. So you get this movement. Then we're on the G sus4. You can see my thumb holding that. I like the sound of that bass note in there. On the track, it could just be the top half of the chord. G sus4, little finger, lift off to the third in the chord. Move down to the F. F sus4, F. Then we get this nice little reoccurring C movement which happens throughout the song. So I'm holding a straight open C major chord, but hammering on with my little finger, C sus4, C, lift off this second finger to make it a kind of a C2. So you get this kind of movement. It's a big strumming movement. Then a little passing chord, which is like, it's a G over B, so I'm only simply holding that B note on the A2 and then picking the D and the G string. And we do it again. Hold the C chord, and we're going to move in to the verse.